Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. Now this has 1040 horsepower, 818 pounds-feet of torque from a 3.2 litre twin turbocharged V6 engine. The car itself now weighs 3,161 pounds, has off-road tyres, all-wheel drive and off-road suspension, and it can do 0-60 in 2.181 seconds, 0 to 104.388 seconds, and going to a top speed of 202 miles an hour. So yeah, we don't have many saloon cars that have gone out on this series really, especially ones that were only rear-wheel drive originally. But yeah, I'm hoping that this can do well. It does weigh a slight bit more than you would expect for a car on this series, but it's got plenty of power, and yeah, it's still lighter than certain saloon cars, so it's got that going for it. And this car is hardly a slouch in terms of how agile it is in stock form, so I hope that with all this extra power and the all-wheel drive system it will become even more agile, because it should be more truckable. And yeah, it's obviously weighing less than it did originally, not by much, but still a good few £100 less. Easy enough to slide around, which is nice. Something makes it enjoyable to drive, though whether or not drifting around corners is a quicker way of getting around this course than just going around them normally. Well, never quite know really. I guess it really depends on the car. If you've got massive amounts of understeer because of the all-wheel drive system, then yeah, siding around is probably better than understeering into a corner. It's holding its own in terms of speed there. It's a mostly stable car to drive. It's purely down to me that it went to the wall there. Not quite sure what's our quickest Alfa. We'll check that out when we're done here. Pretty sure we've at least taken the Stelvio out. Yeah, we have taken the Stelvio out on this, which is obviously an SUV, so it's meant to deal with all-wheel drive and the off-road element. So it'll be interesting to see what this car can do in comparison to that car, given this is obviously not made for this kind of stuff. It is made for straight line speed, and it got 172 miles an hour across the finish line there, and a time of 2 minutes 3 seconds .717. That is mightily fast, and yeah, we are quicker than the Stelvio, which is somewhere. I've gone past it, to be honest. You can never see the car that you want. Ah, there we go. Yeah, the Stelvio only managed a time of 2 minutes 7.521, so we're nearly 4 seconds quicker than that car, which is actually the fastest Alfa Romeo that we've had on this series, I believe. And yeah, this has also managed to beat the likes of the Lotus Exige S, Audi RX-6 Avant, the Ford Ranger Raptor, Volkswagen IDR, Citroen DS3 Racing, McLaren P1, Radical RXC Turbo, Mitsubishi Lancia from 1999, Lotus Elise Series 1, Aston Martin Vanquish, Alpine A110, Bugatti Type 35C and a Lotus Esprit S1. It's only slightly behind the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk, Toyota MR2 SC, Mini X-Ray All4 Racing Countryman and a Porsche Macan Turbo. So it's behind a couple of cars that you'd expect it to be behind, but the fact it's far faster than the Alfa Romeo SUV that is obviously meant for going off-road by a substantial margin is really rather impressive. Plus also being quicker than, you know, like a Ford Ranger Raptor and a Volkswagen IDR, and, you know, even a couple of rally cars is also mightily impressive. So yeah, for a saloon car that again was only meant for rear-wheel drive, it's got half the power that it has in this form, and yeah, wasn't meant for going off-road. Yeah, that's mightily impressive, and yeah, it was a really rather agile car to drive as well, and a really fun one as well, because it was really nice to drift around those corners. Whether or not that's quicker or not, I'll never quite know, but it was fun to drive nonetheless, and yeah, mightily quick. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.